Alright, Team Mookie's be here with an update on my Eatos deck. Usually I put Eatos in its own section, but I'm going to put these in both sections just because I want to get this deck out there. I call it Sinful Eatos. It runs the Malefic engine because it's just really good, and I'll explain it in a little bit. I'll explain how that works after I show the deck. So the extra deck, I said Super Poly, so this is good to save your Geminis if you go into the Gemini build like I'll show you later. These because I side Cyber Dragons, that because once again I side Super Poly, and because I side Super Poly. Now these you're not going to have to worry about, like only these you'll need. These three you won't have to worry about unless you go into the other version of Eatos that I used to run, so you don't have to worry about that. So onto the deck, we got kind of a draw engine, kind of a summon engine. We got 3 Blue Eyes. Next we got 3 Malefic Blue Eyes. I'll let you know what these do in a little bit. So then we got the standard Eatos stuff. The 3 Barbaros, the 3 Eatos, the double Ryo, the Morphing Jar, and the Battle Fader. Next is, once again, still pretty much standard. Let's not screw that up. We got the same Forbidden Chalice, although it serves a dual purpose, so that's good. Future Visions, it's a field spell, and I've been siding it so much that I was like, why not just main it? 2 Mausoleum of the Emperor. Once again, I'll explain that when I explain the Blue Eyes engine. No, 3 Mausoleum of the Emperor. Triple Trade-In. Once again, explain that in the Blue Eyes engine. Then back to the irregular Eatos. We got the 3D Fissures. Gravekeeper's Servant stops them from attacking to get around Armor Master. To back up the Servant. Standard. Don't run any less than 3 Dark Bribes because they're really good. To Drain, which once again serves a dual purpose, so I'll let you know. Solemn, Double Bottomless, and Mirror Force.
One thing before you go on to that, the Dark Bribes, why not run 7 Tools of the Bandit?
Because Dark Bribe is better, it stops everything. Like, most people are like, why do you run Dark Bribe when it's a -1? Well, it might be a -1, but now you stopped your opponent's only Heavy Storm, or you stopped your opponent's only, you know, whatever else they're playing. Heavy Storm wrecks this deck. Like, there's only like really 3 cards that wreck this deck, which would be Doors, Heavy Storm, and the one that I forgot. Fail. I guess a well-timed MST would really hurt this deck. Let's slide that over a little bit.
Fingers.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and explain this now. So, I don't know if we can get all this in the camera shot, maybe.
Yeah, you can get them.
Let's see, here we go. We got the 3 Blue Eyes. We got the 3 Malefic Blue Eyes. We got the triple Mausoleum. I mean, Future Visions is part of this, but this is the main engine. And then we got the triple Trade-In. Now, this is what's new, really, in the deck. So I'll go ahead and explain what's going on with this. Now, you know probably what Blue Eyes is. He's been out since the beginning of the game. He's been the best card, you know, as far as just straight-up beats for a while. So Malefic Blue Eyes, you might not know what it does. Now, to bring this bad boy out, it's basically like a Earthbound Immortal, kind of. It follows the same restrictions. It's a level 8 Dark Dragon. Now, to summon him, all you gotta do is remove from play one of these. So it's pretty easy to bring out. Now, the downside to him is you have to have a field spell. So that's where Mausoleum and Future Visions comes in. I run 4 field spells, but once again, that's where these 3 serve their purpose also, because when you bring out Malefic Blue Eyes, you remove the Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck, from cost, or 4 cost, and then if Skill Drain or you Chalice it, it doesn't need a field spell.
Then it becomes a 34 beater with Chalice.
Yeah, it becomes a 34 beater with Chalice, but watch out with Chalice because you might want to save it because, like, let's say you don't have a Skill Drain and you have it a field spell in this. You can hold on to this, wait till they MST the field spell or something like that, thinking they're trying to go for game, and then you could just be like, oh, Chalice, my Malefic. It dies at the end of the turn, but at least you got it to protect yourself. Skill Drain is obviously the better idea because it helps Barbaros and all that kind of stuff too. But this is a 3,000 beats. You can use Mausoleum for other reasons too. You can tribute for Eatos. You can't tribute for Barbaros to get his effect off, unfortunately, but I mean, it's still a good card. Watch out how your opponent plays around this though. Trade-In, you got a lot of targets. You got a lot of targets for trade-in. You got the 3 Blue Eyes, you got the 3 Malefic Blue Eyes, you got the Barbaros, which you probably don't want to trade in. Then you got the Eatos. The really good part that I like about this is because you're running trade-in, you don't have to worry. Like in regular Eatos, if a monster gets engraved, you really want to hurry up and try to get that out of there to make Eatos live. With trade-in, you don't have to worry about it because you can get rid of it draw too. If you get a monster engraved, just forget about trying to get Eatos out. It's not even that big a deal. You can trade it in, you can Mausoleum it if you have to. This build gives you free beaters. Probably can't see those at the bottom, but whatever.
Yeah, you can.
This gives you free beaters. It gives you draw power, and it's just overall good. The only other downside to Malefic Blue Eyes is that while it's out, no other monsters can attack, but I mean, that's not that big a deal. With the Eatos, you don't want to get more than 5 monsters out at a time anyway. So it's fine. Plus, it keeps these out of your grave. And if you draw into these, you can always trade them in. So that's basically Sinful Blue Eyes. I'll go ahead and move on to the side and extra, or the side and extra side, I guess you'd say. But those don't really need much explanation, so I can go through those really fast. The side deck really hasn't changed since the last one. If you want to see explanation on that, watch my last video. Got the 2 Consecrated Lights, 2 Cyber Dragons, 1 Vanity's Fiend, 2 Honest. I'm siding at Gores now just because when I sided all the defissures and macros, there's no continuous spells anymore. Agonies for the GBs, Super Poly for a lot of different things. Oppression because it's good, Tuner Scheme because it's good, and TT against Blackwings and X-Sabers because they need their field. And last but not least, this is what you're going to take in. If you don't like the Sim part, this is just the regular Gemini engine that you can run. You got the Stratos combined with the 3 Alias. You got the 3 Crusader, the 3 Spark, Solar Release, and Solar Road. So put these in over the Sim stuff. So yeah, it's pretty much the deck.
Tell them about the Super Poly.
The Super Poly is good because like it's only really good if you run these. If you run this engine, with the Blue Eyes engine, it's not that helpful. But like, let's say you're playing a 0 deck, you can always be like summon Alias, and then they attack and try to kill Alias, and you can be like, okay, Super Poly, if you use like my 2 Alias for Raptanus, or if you use my Barbaros and my Alias for a Gaia, or if you're playing against a 0, you can fuse like their 0 and your something else, whatever, one of these guys for your own 0, and your 0 comes out at resolution, so they nuke your field. You don't lose any monsters, and then you get a free 0, and you got around their 0, so it's just good. Yeah. So yeah, it's a really good deck. I really like the Sin part in it. Well, it's technically Malefic, but whatever. I really like it. It's just a good card. I've been wanting to find a way to use it ever since I saw it because it's just a badass looking, honestly. And plus, just the surprise on people's face when you're like playing a macro deck and you're like, oh, Blue Eyes?
Oh my gosh, wait. The game.
Damn you. But yeah, so, I mean, run this if you like, I guess. Give me props, maybe, since I'm the only one running Malefics competitively. And hopefully if I see you guys at a Regionals or a Jump, you'll be like, hey, it's that Malefic dude running Malefics competitively because they're pro. So yeah, so comment, let me know if you got any suggestions. I mean, I'd love to hear what else you guys think. Hopefully Red Eyes Malefic and Sin Truth Dragon will come out over here soon, and I can start running straight up Malefics. Thanks guys, and peace.